But what we can do is stop a headline from occurring from a guy scoring 102 points while his brother has 35 assists. Let's triple team the dude. Welcome back to the Green Beans Go channel. It's your host, me. I promise I'm going to get some stuff back here. Maybe a faux plant, a fox plant, an FAUX plant, a fake plant. I don't want to have to water it. I don't know what's going to go over here. The point is, thank you guys for being patient with me as I move around and upgrade a little bit. Today, we're going to look at these two brothers, high school brothers, who had an insane stat line this week in the sport of high school basketball. We're going to watch some game film. We're going to break down the box score, and then I'm going to give my opinion about some controversy that's surrounding this. So let's go. I did a little bit of a fib. We're going to go in reverse order. We're going to look at the box score first before we look at some of the game footage. So this is the Mesrobian Bulldogs, a varsity team out of California, and their record is 11-6. It doesn't sound like they're the most amazing team. I mean, that's not I wouldn't even call that an impressive record. That's pretty average. But if we scroll down here, they did beat this team, Waverly, 119-25. So this is the game where these brothers, oh, you're really going to make me pay for it. Paywalls on high school athletics. Are you kidding me? Okay, here's the box score. Again, this was from this week, 3 days ago versus Waverly. The team won 119-25. Nick is one of the brothers. Dylan is the other brother. And if we look at Nick's stats, so he played 28 minutes. He was subbed out in the third quarter. He didn't even touch the floor in the entire fourth quarter. He could have had 150 points. He shot 60 times and made 48 of them, which that's insane. If you're scoring 102 points, obviously that's insane, but to shoot 80% from the field, and in today's game of basketball where three-pointers dominate, he only shot 6, going 3 for 6, which again is pretty impressive. Only 4 free throws too. For the amount of shots that he's taking in the paint, to not be able to get fouled more than once a quarter. I mean, he didn't play the fourth, but really once a quarter. He hits 3 of those. Only 5 rebounds? Only 5 boards. So this guy is living, breathing, and eating in the paint below the basket, and he only grabs 5 boards. My guess is that the team that they played was missing a lot of shots, and Nick was sneaking out to get out on the fast break. He was at the top of the key, so that way when Waverly inevitably missed a shot, he could just be an outlet pass and get an easy layup. So I'm guessing that's how he lacked rebounds. He should have more rebounds than that in a typical game, but I think there was a pretty clear message that, hey, you're going to break a record tonight. His brother didn't attempt a shot. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Not one time. He had a triple-double. I'll say that again. He did not attempt a shot, and he had a triple-double. He had 15 boards. That's where all the boards went. 35 assists. I can't even fathom that. I can't even wrap my head around what that means. 35 assists. If you look, his brother made 48 shots. We're going to guess that odds are pretty good that since there were only 2, 4, 5, 7-ish shots made for the rest of the team from everybody else, Dylan's majority of these 35 went to his brother. So he's assisting on 75%. That's just quick math. I just don't know exactly the number, but he's assisting on a serious amount of his baskets. 2 turnovers and 13 steals. So a triple-double, 13 steals, 15 rebounds, and 35 assists, a stat line that has never occurred before and will likely never occur again. I say that, but how does this even happen? How do you even let this happen? Let's watch some of the game film. A quick shout out to Ant Wright over on Twitter. He's the one who compiled this game footage. I did not take the time to create all this. That you can see his profile picture logo at the top here. So go follow him. I'm just going to walk through it, talk through it, so you can kind of see the absolute matchup disparity that was on display in California. So again, these are the two brothers, 35 assists, 102 points. We got a wide open, uncontested layup. Like I said, he was sitting at the top, it looks like, ready to sneak out. So you get the thing, outlet pass to him. So I think that's kind of how they operated this game. No wonder they had 13 steals. I mean, these guys just cannot dribble for anything. I mean, no defense. Put a body on the guy, but he doesn't. I mean, he's good, I'm sure, but he's not like he's tweaking. He tweaks some layups. All right, another outlet to him, another layup, an easy steal, a bad outlet, Like nobody is trying. This was a score at halftime, 79-0 at halftime. Let's stop this because I gotta say something. How does a team who comes into a game, who has practices throughout the week, who understands the assignment, not score a point, not get a lucky shot, not draw a foul? That's what's alarming to me. No points in 2 quarters of play is crazy. Now, when you watch this, maybe you can see why. A little off the shot clock action. Again, pump fake. I mean, the defense is just sad. I can see why they didn't foul him because there's no aggression whatsoever. In the third quarter, it was 102-7. And with 2 minutes and 14 seconds left, this is where the brother who scored 102, Nick, this is where he got taken out of the game and would never go back in. So plenty of time still in the game for him to probably touch 150 had the coach allowed it. Here's some more highlights, little dish. It's all the same. It's all just layups. It's all, oh, I lied. There's a 3. Why not? Why not just splash one in number 2's face? Again, here's my thought about this. Here is my... Actually, let's talk about the controversy first. Let's talk about the controversy, and we'll talk about my theories surrounding it. Now, I want to talk about the controversy surrounding this because, of course, there's controversy surrounding this. I saw a lot of comments to anything on Twitter related to this that went something like this comment from Best Ball Junkie. No way should any kid be scoring 102 points in a single game. This is extremely poor sportsmanship. The other players on his team have to watch him take all the shots. Someone responds, spoken like a true loser. He responds, sportsmanship is dead in America. This is why the NBA has bad ratings, deservedly so. And then another guy says, bro, they took him out in the third, to which he responds, it should have been much sooner unless it was purely to stat chase, which is still poor sportsmanship in this case. Okay, so here is my take on the concept of running up the score or padding the stats. I am liberal in nature. I think the Americas would benefit from more of a socialist plan than a capitalistic one. I think capitalism had its time in America, but now by and large, it's hurting the majority of the population. However, when it comes to sports, my opinions are the opposite. When 2 teams play each other, they have an unspoken, unwritten contract that says we are going to play by the rules, for one, and whatever happens after that happens. There is no rule that says a team can or cannot score a certain amount of points. There is no rule that says if we score 102 points with our best player, we automatically lose the game. There are no rules surrounding absolute beatdowns, and I don't think there should be. When I watch that game film, I don't see a team trying their best to stop a guy. If I'm the coach and the score is 79-0 at half and the best player on the opposing team has 50 to 60 points, what I'm telling my team in the locker room is, hey, your goal is to stop that guy. I don't care if we get beat 150-0. I don't want him to have 60 points in the second half. So double team him, triple team him, make somebody else on his team do something. If he wants to stat pad, let's make it our mission to stop him from stat padding. Because guess what, guys? We're not coming back from 79-0. We shoot the shot and it hits the shot clock. We don't have a snowball's chance in Satan's paradise to come back in this game. But what we can do is stop a headline from occurring from a guy scoring 102 points while his brother has 35 assists. Let's triple team the dude. So no, do I think it's bad sportsmanship? Absolutely not. Do I think maybe it's bad coaching by the guy who let a guy score 102 points? A little bit. How many times do we see teams come back from insane deficits in sports? Obviously, 79-0 is way too insane of a deficit to ever come back. But the point still stands that we hear a lot about, oh, we shouldn't run up the score. Oh, and especially in soccer, okay? I used to coach soccer, and there was this narrative about a certain score in high school soccer that was appropriate and not. When should we stop trying to score goals? Guys, I've seen some crazy comebacks, and I don't think there is ever a score too big or a margin too wide where you need to just all of a sudden stop scoring for the other team's feelings. And I don't like to use the phrase loser's mentality, but I do think it's bizarre when the losing team is upset about how bad they lost and they take it out on the winning team. You see coaches all the time in high school athletics come up to the other coach like, hey, what are you doing? Take it easy on my guys. And it's like, well, my guys are also competing. My guys are trying to get better. My guys are playing for scholarships. My guys are trying to break records. So it's not my fault if I give them the opportunity to do that. Again, I am all for fairness, equality, and dang near communism. But when it comes to sports, I just think that when two individuals or two teams have this unspoken contract, they each can practice, they each have a level playing field as soon as the jump ball is had, at that point, play your best and whatever happens, happens. Enjoy the NFL playoffs today. Go Bills. Gosh dang it, the Bills are going to lose. Oh. See you next week.